The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
The Big 12 Women's Basketball Championship returns to Chesapeake Arena in Oklahoma City. For Iowa State, it would take a championship to advance to the NCAA tournament. Only 10 programs in America have reached the big dance 9 consecutive years, and Bill Fenley's program is one of them. Injuries, family issues, and youth have put that streak in jeopardy. However, if there's one thing we've learned throughout Fenley's 2 decades at Iowa State, it is to never count out the Cyclones. This is our Cyclones.tv Big 12 Championship preview. Hilton Coliseum, home of one of the proudest, most accomplished women's basketball programs in the nation. The home of some great wins this season, but also some heartache. Now we'll see if Iowa State can put it all together and make a postseason run. Hi everybody, I'm John Walters. Welcome to our Cyclones.tv Big 12 Conference Women's Basketball Championship preview. It is without a doubt the best time of the year for any college basketball fan. The Cyclones arrived in Oklahoma City on Wednesday evening in advance of their first round game tomorrow night against Texas Tech. We had the chance to catch up with the winningest coach in Iowa State basketball history, Bill Fenley.
I think it is one of the youngest teams. It's a great experience. I think when you play in these kind of events, it's a great challenge for the players. It's a great opportunity to challenge yourself. They've all been in these one-and-done situations before, so I think when you come to these postseason tournaments, you want to play your best. You do that all the time, but I think especially whenever it ends, you want to say that you gave your best effort. And all these kids have been in this tournament setting before, but not on this stage and not in a beautiful arena like we're going to play in on Friday night. So looking forward to it. The Big 12 does a phenomenal job, and hopefully we can be here a while.
All right. So what do you do differently to kind of prepare such a young group? Like, do you give them a little prep or anything like that?
We try not to do a whole lot different. Obviously, what we've always done is when the regular season's over, it's over, and we use this as a completely different event. So we talk about it. We let them enjoy the atmosphere and all the stuff that goes with playing in a postseason tournament. But whatever Will says goes. So if Will says we're going to do something, that's what we're going to do. But you want them to have a good time. This is a really special thing, and when you play in a major conference and you get to play in a conference tournament, it's really special. So hopefully it's a good experience for us.
Fenley's team has been through a lot this season, but through it all, they have stuck together. We certainly wish them well this week in Oklahoma City. Here's a look at everything we have coming up over the next half hour. We will visit with the seniors for this Cyclone basketball team, Kit Blaskowski and Maddie Byer, roommates and best friends coming from completely different backgrounds. We'll have the story of freshmen Mare Burkall and Claire Ricketts taking over the post duties for Iowa State this season and how they've handled that responsibility. And Bridget Carlton on her terrific freshman season. Plus, Shauna Johnson, first team All Big 12 at last. In fact, let's start right there. Johnson was named Wednesday to the postseason All Big 12 Conference team, an honor that has to be especially gratifying given that she was ignored for preseason honors. It was a hot topic on Media Day. Shauna Johnson had been excluded from the preseason All Big 12 team, and Bill Fenley was not happy about it.
Well, obviously, a lot of people don't think she's very good. She didn't make the preseason all-conference team, but
how long did it take you to get to that point? We didn't put a clock up.
I'm still not very happy about that. But
and if you are one of those people that vote for Big 12 honors, hello, pay attention out there. We got a pretty good player right here at Iowa State.
We made a big deal about that she wasn't on the preseason all-conference team, and what I told her was, it's more important to be on the postseason team. 17
points and 9 rebounds per game later, mission accomplished. Johnson is a first-team All Big 12 player.
It means a lot. Starting at the beginning of the season, we talked about being stumped, but for me it was just something that motivated me, and to be able to accomplish it means a lot, especially when I'm not just doing it for myself.
She played that way, and the numbers she's putting up, not just in the Big 12, but nationally, and the way you compare her to other players, same thing, playing with a lot of young players, playing with a brand new point guard, playing a lot of minutes because of our situation, not a lot of depth, but really has battled through a lot of different things, and I think has gotten the respect of the coaches in our league. That's who votes. We don't get to vote for. That you make all conference because of what other people think of you.
And as the season went on, it was clear what other people thought of Shauna Johnson.
I said going into this game, I feel like she's one of the top 4 or 5 players in this conference with no question.
She's a walking double-double.
Shauna Johnson hurts us every year.
You know, I went through the line and I asked her, I said, are you about ready to graduate?
The thing that I really respect about her is her motor. You know, she just plays so dang hard. She's always around the ball, and I really respect that about a player.
She's very good off the bounce, and obviously she can score it in a number of different ways. We just haven't really found a great matchup for her.
They facilitate a lot of their offense through her, get her in the middle of the floor and let her drive. And she's talented enough that if you back off and give her a very big cushion, she's going to hit the 3 or the 15-footer against you. So very difficult matchup for some 4s in this league. Very difficult matchup for us.
Very difficult matchup for everyone. And it wasn't just the coaches who noticed.
She kind of is the silent killer, I like to call her. You don't even realize how many points she's scoring, how many rebounds she's getting until you look at the stat sheet after the game. And then she has like 20 points, 10 rebounds. I don't know how she does it, but it's really hard to stop her. I think defenders have a hard time even like contesting. She can shoot the 3, she can attack the basket and finish layups that I don't even know how go in, but they do every single time.
And Johnson credits her teammates for putting her in a position to succeed. She also had a 12th man on her side, so to speak. Shauna dedicated the season to her brother, Jarvis, a scholarship basketball player at the University of Minnesota who was told before the season that he couldn't play because of a heart condition.
He texted me before every game. If not text, he called, and he was always on my back. Like, it's not about points, but it's about helping your teammates, and it's about winning.
I think it pushed her a lot. You know, at first it was kind of, she didn't even know she wanted to play anymore. You know, if Jarvis can't play, I don't want to play. And then obviously that quickly turned to, now I'm going to play for him, with him, and that their family's very, very close. And I think that did drive her, and I think it did give her the chance to do things and have a mindset that's different than most players. And her and Jarvis are very close. Like I said, basketball's been such a big part of their family forever, and I think it did. Every single day it gave her that extra motivation. And when she felt a little sore, a little tired, I get to play him, Jarvis can't. And I think that made it even easier for her to kind of push through some things and have a really special season.
Unfortunately, Jarvis's health hasn't been the only concern. Shauna missed 2 games in February after her father suffered a stroke. How much have you grown as a person this year, just with everything you've gone through?
A lot. I've built a lot of mental toughness, and for me, it's just carrying on. It's not giving up, but carrying on and building shift within. Having people around me helped a lot. The support system here at Iowa State has been tremendous, and without them, I don't think I've been this far.
Shauna has leaned on others, and others have leaned on Shauna, especially Carlton and Iowa State's terrific freshman class.
She's honestly like one of the best players I've ever played with. She's kind of what I strive to be one day. She's a great person and an amazing basketball player, obviously, but she like brings it all to the floor. She just works so hard, and I think that really shows what kind of person she is, what kind of athlete she is. But yeah, she's definitely what I want to be when I'm older like that.
I think it's the way I'm built and the way I've been brought up. I've always led by example, but this year I've tried to make an emphasis on being a vocal leader, and I think it helped them grow a lot, especially Bridget and the freshmen.
And that growth should pay big dividends next year when Shauna Johnson finally is a senior.
She's one of those kids that seems like she's been around for about 8 years.
And Johnson wasn't the only Cyclone to earn postseason honors this week. Coming up next, we'll have the story of Bridget Carlton, the only freshman to be named honorable mention All Big 12. Stay with us.
It's Ford Truck Month. This is the time. Now get 0 for 66 plus 2,000 on F-150.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up. Yeah.
A high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body lets you tow more of this and haul more of that. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0 for 66 plus 2,000 cash back plus a no-charge 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on F-150.
Corn. Here in Iowa, it's everywhere, and it's used for just about everything. It's fuel for your vehicle on the way to the game. It's the corn-fed bacon cheeseburger that's the talk of the tailgate. It's ice cream your kids just can't get enough of. It's that cold soda that tastes even better on game day. Here in Iowa, farmers grow corn so you can enjoy all that comes from it, because corn is everything. Iowa corn. Our state, our fields, our corn.
Welcome back to our Big 12 Conference Tournament Championship preview. Iowa State's freshman class is one of the best in recent history. TT Starks unfortunately suffered a knee injury, but she showed flashes early in the season of just how good she can be. Mare Burkle stepped into the starting lineup midway through the year and put up impressive numbers, averaging 8 points and 5 rebounds a game. We're going to have more on Mare coming up a little bit later in the show. And Bridget Carlton was named honorable mention All Big 12 this week, the only freshman to earn that distinction. Jamie Steyer has more on the pride of Chatham, Ontario.
Every year, hundreds of student athletes face the difficult task of adjusting to life at a new school, in a new place, with new coaches. Iowa State women's basketball freshman Bridget Carlton isn't letting the changes hold her back. Carlton hails from Canada and has experience playing for her country on the international level. She's already adding to that impressive resume at Iowa State, tying Shauna Johnson and Megan Taylor for most Big 12 Freshman of the Week honors with 5. Carlton was also a unanimous All Big 12 freshman team selection and the only freshman to receive a nod as honorable mention All Big 12. But for her, it's not about the accolades.
I just try to do whatever it takes to help this team win. And Freshmen of the Week, they come and go. But yeah, it's kind of nice to be recognized for that, especially all in the Big 12. But yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever helps the team.
Well, she's had a phenomenal freshman year, and I think everything she's received, she's earned. And she's doing it on a team where she has a lot of responsibility. Most freshmen can kind of ease into their career and they're surrounded by experienced players. Bridget's certainly not that. She's playing a lot of minutes. She's a main part of our offense and how we play. So she's not only doing it at a high level, she's doing it at a high level under a lot more pressure than most young people.
Though she takes the court with confidence, Carlton admits she didn't realize exactly what the season had in store for her.
I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't really know what to expect. But once I got here, I just wanted to get some playing minutes. I didn't realize how many minutes I would be getting. But yeah, it's really exciting. Once I started playing a lot, starting was exciting. But yeah, as it's gone, the season's gone, I'm really kind of proud of how I've been playing. There's still room to get better for sure, but yeah, it's pretty good. Been good so far.
Well, I think she's one of those young people of a talent level that she can do a lot of things. I think the ceiling for some people is at a certain stage, but I think for her, it's extremely high. She's good, but she wants to be better, and I think that's a great trait. She probably works as hard, if not harder, than any player on our team. She works hard in practice and in the game. She's in here on her own. And I think, again, because of the high goals that she has, I think she wants to be a great college player, but I think because she has that extra thing looking out in her future, I think that's what she wants to do. And I would be very surprised if she doesn't achieve those. She's highly motivated, highly skilled, tremendous support at home, and I think someone that is easy to root for.
That extra thing Fenley refers to is her goal of continuing to represent her country in the Olympics, a goal that Iowa State staff see as a very serious possibility and priority.
You know, when we recruited her, we told her that obviously we want her to do some great things at Iowa State, but her priority's got to be Canada basketball. I mean, that's her home country. She has great dreams. She wants to be on their Olympic team. So what we want to do is obviously we want her to maximize everything she can here and do great things at Iowa State, which she's starting to do already. But at the same time, whatever that means, and help her develop so that when she goes back home and does the thing with the national team and the national program, they feel good about it too. So it's a very collaborative effort. We talk to them a lot. We want to make sure we're doing everything we can, whatever that is. And it's been a great partnership. And you know, hopefully in 2020, when she's on the Olympic team, we'll all celebrate.
Yeah, they've been in contact pretty frequently, especially when I first came here, and like through the recruiting process, they were always in contact because playing for Canada basketball is really important to me, and Coach Fenley knows that, and he is willing to do whatever it takes to help me get those goals in the future, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to come here. So they've been in contact about things I need to work on, and it's pretty much the same all across the board. So they're pretty, they agree on a lot of the things, so it's been really helpful.
Though success brings increased pressure to perform, Carlton says she knows that Fenley and his staff have her back.
I know Coach Fenn has a lot of faith in me and a lot of confidence in me, and that's huge, especially as a freshman and getting a lot of playing time. But yeah, it's exciting, and especially for the future.
At the end of the day, you know, she is the best freshman in our league. She's playing like it. She acts like it. She has a maturity to her, and we've been very, very proud of what we've seen and look forward to a lot more.
For Cyclones.tv, I'm Jamie Steyer.
Thanks very much, Jamie. Up next, the story of two more freshmen, Mare Burkall and Claire Ricketts. They were forced into bigger roles mid-season, and they've handled it very well. Stay with us.
Iowa is filled with farm-strong farm families, like the Yoder family from Wayland.
We raise all toms. This is a turkey that you would not see for Thanksgiving. We're raising them for deli meat. We can take care of that turkey so much better than they used to. The technology that we've invested in these buildings allows us to produce the happy, healthy turkey.
To learn more about Iowa's farm-strong farm families, visit Cyclones.com.
It's the Green Fever sales event at John Deere, and you can get 0% financing for 60 months, implement bonuses or cash discounts on all compact tractors, 5E Series tractors, and hard-working 6 Series tractors. All the power and features you want in the equipment you can rely on. So dig into your chores, not your savings. Get a hot deal at John Deere today.
Welcome back to our Cyclones.tv Big 12 Women's Basketball Championship preview. It is not easy being a freshman post player in the ultra-competitive Big 12 Conference, but that's exactly what's been asked of Claire Ricketts and Mare Burkall. Taylor Mankel has the story.
With the untimely departure of Brianna Fernstrom, the Cyclone women's basketball team has to rely highly on Claire Ricketts and Meredith Burkall, two freshmen, to help pick up the pieces. Ricketts, the Parker, Texas native, is a redshirt freshman who was sidelined last season due to an injury in the opener. But the experience she absorbed on the bench has led to a lot more than just a recovery.
I think it gave me an insight to who the coaching staff, who Coach Fenn is and who what the coaching staff expects. It was really great to be able to see, what day in and day out of what the struggles of you win a game and then you have to go on the road the next day. And then if you lose the game but you've got a next game 2 days later, you got to be able to mentally put behind you what happened that 2 days prior and the next day come ready to go to be ready for the next team and scout them and be able to learn the different lineups and who's guarding who. Are we clawing a certain person or are we helping off them because they don't do anything? So I think that's kind of what I benefited from last year, was being able to have the quick turnaround to see going from game to game when Big 12 came.
She could kind of see both sides of it and kind of help me and guide me through the Big 12 and stuff. So yeah, I could say that she's more familiar with it because she's sat through it for a whole year and experienced it on that side. Oh, we're helping each other a lot. We've been doing a lot of extra individuals and coming in with Billy and stuff and working on a lot of defensive concepts in the post, knowing that the posts are going to be much bigger and stronger than us. So just going back to kind of the fundamentals of defense and offense and just getting down to the grind.
Right now, they always tell control what you control. Control your effort, control, defense, control rebounding, things like that. They're always telling me, offense will come, just keep working on it. So, that's basically what they're at, is control what you can control, and then we can keep working and progressing about everything else.
You got to have confidence in yourself and in your team, and that's the most important thing to get through the game because of how tough our league is. So first you have to have confidence in yourself and your teammates. You have to trust each other just to get through every game.
Yeah, Mare and Claire have done a really good job. Very proud of them. One's a redshirt freshman, runs a true freshman, and that's a tough thing to do in this league. But they're working really hard at it. There's some limitations, we know that, but our older kids who are perimeter players have to play better, take some of the pressure off of those freshman post players. But it's a team game, and we got to play as a team and at both ends of the court. And if we can do that, we'll have a chance to hopefully win a few more games.
The situation at hand creates a lot of pressure on young shoulders, but these two have something else in common that helps them deal with this load on a daily basis: their lighthearted attitudes and love of the game.
But you just got to brush it off your shoulders, and so I think that's how I just approach things in life, is you just got to brush it off and go to the next thing and just be happy and be grateful. Especially, I'm grateful enough that I get to come to a school, I get a free education, I get all these opportunities. I got to go to Italy, I got to go to Cancun. You just got to look at the bigger, picture of things, and even though in the moment it might be frustrating because the game's not going the same way. You got to realize that like you have so many people supporting you. You have such a great fan base that like it's hard not to smile that you got so much love from everybody.
It is just a game and it's just practice, and we're all working hard together. So coming into this building every single day, you know, with a big smile on your face and laughing a little bit, it's worth it, because when you get on the court, you know, it's not always like that. So being all goofy and stuff off the court is okay.
The unshaken attitude and positivity of Iowa State's front court is of praise all its own. For Cyclones.tv, I'm Taylor Mankel.
Thanks very much, Taylor. It'll be fun to see just how good those two young post players can become over the next 3 years. But up next, we're going to focus on the other end of the spectrum. We'll have a tribute to outgoing seniors Kid Blaskowski and Maddie Beyer next.
Some things are just better together. A spoon and a fork result in the amazing spork. Combine a motor and pedals and it's the stylish moped. But here's an even more exciting combo from the Iowa Lottery, Power for Life. You'll get Powerball with Power Play and Lucky for Life tickets for the next 2 drawings. A $10 value for just $8. So enjoy some mac and cheese with a spork and get Power for Life, because this lottery ticket combo results in happy players. Get yours today.
There are many sides to basketball star and fashion icon Russell Westbrook. And with coverage in the middle of anywhere from U.S. Cellular, he can find some new ones. Like farmer.
Russell's Brussels. Russell speaking.
Paleontologist.
Hashtag T-Rex.
Park ranger.
Where am I?
And TV spokesperson.
That's my line. I got it.
With U.S. Cellular, you can do all the things you like. From the middle of anywhere. That is my line.
Welcome back. It is always hard to say goodbye to seniors in Iowa State's women's basketball program, and that was certainly the case on Tuesday night, as it was senior night for Kid Blaskowski and Maddie Beyer. Danny Orris put together a video tribute for Team First roommates Kid and Maddie.
I'll never forget. I was in high school. I just had practice, and Missouri State was visiting practice. And immediately after practice, I got a phone call from Coach Finley offering me, and I said yes right away. I've always had a dream to play in the Big 12. I promised my grandpa when I was younger, I was like, I don't care what team it is, I don't care how cold it is, I'm gonna play in the Big 12. And crazy thing, you know, I didn't even tell my dad that I committed before I committed, so that was one of the funny parts. But he asked me, you know, where's Iowa on the map? Do you even know like what you're getting into? And I had no idea, but I was, you know, ready for an adventure, and I'm glad I ended up here.
Well, I've always been a Cyclone fan my entire life, so it's kind of an easy decision when Coach called me. It's really funny because I can just relive the story every time somebody asks me about it, because it was in the summer and I was at my mom's office and she kind of blew the secret, actually. She was so excited, she was crying. He called me and offered me, and I was so happy that I started crying, and I said yes right away. And because I've always been a Cyclones fan, it's been a dream to come play here, and it's been phenomenal.
My first time in Ames, I attended a football game, and it was crazy to see like the amount of tailgating that you would see at like an NFL game, because back home my parents are season ticket holders for the Texans, so seeing that there was a lot more tailgating than some of those games, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? So I was really excited, and my first time in Hilton, you know, walking out onto the court and seeing the amount of support that, you know, the city of Ames has, and it's amazing. And you don't find a place like that, whether, you know, you're winning or you're losing. It's an atmosphere you don't want to leave. You always want to have it by your side. And Hilton Magic is real. I don't care what anybody says. You know, we've done some amazing things in this gym, but we would have not been able to do them without, you know, the fans and the crowd and the magic. To have an atmosphere like that and people like that around you and surrounding you, it makes you nothing but successful. You know, from going to the grocery store and getting a "hey, good game," you know, by a fan, that's a feeling you don't let go of. And I'm gonna miss those moments.
We have the best fans in the world. Just going to like some of the bigger schools in the Big 12, you know, like ours is full every single game, no matter who we play, even in like the preseason games. And to be able to walk out and just hear the fans scream for you, and they also have like that Hilton Magic feel that helps you come back from a loss, you know, or you might be down and you end up winning because, you know, of Hilton Magic, and I'm definitely going to miss that, being able to be on the court. And I'm sure, you know, like I'll also join Hilton Magic next year because I'd love to come watch games, but being on the court is totally different. I'm definitely going to miss that feeling.
It's a bittersweet feeling. I love Iowa State, and I'll be so happy to graduate and take what I've learned here and you know, apply it to the real world. I plan to, you know, live here in Ames this next year, and then I have plans to go to the military. That's something I've been thinking about for a while, and as my teammates would agree, I'm not this, you know, sit-down desk type of person. I've always had like a passion for this, and through what, you know, Coach Finley has taught us, you know, life lessons throughout our basketball career, to graduate with a degree, especially to my family, is a huge accomplishment. It's hard to, you know, accept the fact that, you know, school's going to be over, basketball is going to be over. I don't really know how I'll handle that, but I'll find a way.
Just knowing that basketball is coming to an end for me is really hard because I've just played the sport for so long. And knowing that it's time to hang up the shoes and the jersey, it's not the best feeling, but, you know, the saying goes, all good things have to come to an end. So, I mean, but that's also good, you know, I get to learn to be an adult the right way, and I'll have a bachelor's degree, and so I should be able to find a good job in my career.
A saying from Coach Finley that's, you know, sticks with me is no excuses, no regrets. We hear that, you know, every time before games, and you can really apply that to anything in life. And, you know, once you're stuck on something, do it to the best of your capability. You know, 40 minutes hard when you relate it to basketball, and whatever the outcome is, don't regret it. You know, it's something that I'll take with me.
One definitely that I'll always, and I actually say it a lot, is anybody can, well, for basketball he says anybody can start the game, it's all about who finishes. But in reality that's kind of about anything. A big part that I use that was with therapy. I mean, I could start therapy, but it's how I finish it. Like, how did I make it through? Like, it's all about how I finish it, so I was able to come back out on the court.
He always, you know, does say you can start something, but it's really all about how you finish. And when you apply that to, you know, graduating and completing 4 years of college eligibility for, you know, basketball, it's a big accomplishment, but it was a rough start, and to be able to finish and be proud of how I finished is really, really, really important to me. And, you know, having no excuses and no regrets for the final outcome is it's a big part of, you know, saying, you know, who he is as a person, and, you know, what he's taught us along the way, from being an athlete and also being a regular person.
Hey Cyclone Nation, it's been a great 4 years. We love you. Once a Cyclone, always a Cyclone.
Woo! We love you.
And both Blaskowski and Byer will graduate from Iowa State. In fact, Bill Finley has graduated every four-year player who has come through his program. Hard to do much better than a 100% graduation rate. Here's another look at the matchup coming up on Friday night. It will be Iowa State against Texas Tech. The two teams split during the course of the regular season, with Texas Tech winning in Lubbock and then Iowa State going on an incredible run to blow out the Lady Raiders in Ames late in the season. And we hope you'll enjoy the game on Friday night and the entire Big 12 tournament. From all of us at Cyclones.tv, thanks for watching. The proceeding has been an exclusive presentation of Cyclones.tv.